Did you guys see the Louis Theroux doc?
I did not.
Who's that?
So he's this English like documentary guy. He goes around and like he finds like kind of controversial topics or people, and he like does a documentary style where he like hangs out with them for a period of time.
Okay.
And just sees what their life is like.
That's fun.
And then he'll ask them like kind of some hard hitting questions.
Mm-hmm.
And his thing, like when he gets them, or he's like, and do you think that's fine? Like, do you think that's okay and like moral? And they'll go, yeah, man, for sure. And then he'll just sit there and he'll go. It's just like this really uncomfortable silence.
He just waits for them to say something
he just
else.
waits, and they're like, and it's great. So he just did one on the Manosphere.
Oh, okay. So this isn't like people with strange fetishes. This is like people who are pieces of shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Usually people are pieces of shit.
He's getting one over on these guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I thought you meant that he was hanging out with like guys who are like maybe a little autistic and really into something and being like, you think it's cool to collect Magic the Gathering cards? He's like, yeah. And he's like,
That'd be awful.
That'd be so mean.
Okay.
That'd still be pretty funny, but it'd be so mean.
That'd be funny in a different way. Okay.
No.
Okay.
He does. So he did this to this like British. He got him so bad. This British manosphere guy who's like all about masculinity and women.
This is Andrew Tate?
Andrew
not
Tate
British.
adjacent people.
Okay.
It's like think Andrew Tate, but
Same
people
vibe.
who are trying to grift off of
Like
off
the big
of that.
alpha male.
riding
Yeah,
the coattails.
alpha, exactly. Alpha male. Women should be subservient.
Loser parasite off of another loser parasite. Got it. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Right. They're parasite.
Incel-y.
Right.
Kinda.
It's what was the term they all used? It was not consensual. It was consensual. No, it was one-sided non-monogamy.
That's their title for themselves?
Yeah.
I
It's-
can't
it's
say
something
you
like
cheat.
that. Yeah, come
Just
on.
say you cheat.
Just say you
Jesus.
like to bang other people, but
right,
have a
Just
wife.
say single.
Yeah.
You could say single.
You can say no. They,
it's
Well,
different.
you're
they
not
have girlfriends.
Girlfriend's not allowed to sleep with anybody else.
Right.
No,
but
he
is.
has a
But
lot of
I am
mares in
fine
his
to
stable.
sleep with everybody.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. He has mares in his stable.
So he
Right.
did this with like three,
Wow.
about I think like 3 influencers,
Okay.
and all of them like have a girlfriend and then just sleep with other people on the side.
Okay.
And they're like, no, she's cool with it. No, it's because I'm a dude and I need
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And then like he'll be like, can I talk to her? And they're like, no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And he gets one of them behind the scenes and
So-
he's like, hey, so like, he says that he sleeps with other people. Is that okay with you? And she's like, yeah, we've talked about
he
it.
beat the shit out of me
and-
last time, so
Yeah, and it's so tough.
that's really sad.
and then like there was one woman he was talking to, and she was just like telling him all this stuff, and she's like, "So what is that? Oh, he can't talk to me right now. You have to go." And it was like
That's crazy.
it was so awful. It was
That's so
so
uncomfortable.
horrible. Like it's like
I mean,
these are like some of the worst people.
Yes.
At what point does it stop being girlfriend and start being human trafficking?
Yes,
Right,
literally.
You know,
right,
like
yeah.
that's
and it's like
they're pushing that line
zero
hard.
Yeah.
autonomy type
Yes,
shit. Like
yeah.
that's
and like it I feel like there's this huge prevalence of like I don't know, there's some, it feels like so important to these people, like what like masculinity and like what it means to be a man, like to the point where I'm seeing like people use it as if it's just a fact that like masculinity
Yes.
is something that like needs to be like restored
Mhm.
to people.
Yeah.
Like that, I told you about that. The video, it was like a video essay about Marlin from Finding Nemo. And it was about how his story is a story of masculinity, not finding his son.
it doesn't have to be about. Not everything has
Yeah.
to be about
God.
masculinity.
like
You know
yeah.
what's extremely insecure, and like obviously these guys that have to be hyper masculine, obviously they're so extremely insecure. That's why they're doing this.
right,
Yeah.
right.
But it's like it's funny to me that these guys are like claim to be so masculine. It's like, you know who are masculine people? People who don't have to explain how masculine
Right.
they are every
Yes.
5 fucking seconds.
They don't have to prove it to people.
Yeah.
They don't think about it. They just are. You know,
they're,
like
they're
I'm
so,
just a
yeah,
dad.
they're so afraid of people looking at them and thinking they're not manly because
Right.
of
Your
anything.
Whole
Right.
life is
Yes.
based on coming across masculine.
Right.
That means you are petrified of
Right.
being like, I don't know, gay or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or it's like
Which
I
in
feel
turn
like I
is
feel like
being
these are,
gay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I feel like
It just is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
That's fine.
I just taught Lucas about that word the other day.
Metrosexual?
Yeah.
You didn't know
Yes.
about this?
I didn't know about metrosexual. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think these are people who feel like there's this, because there is a pushback on like toxic masculinity and stuff, and like not like being more feminist and like equal, that they feel like they can't be a man, or they don't feel like they can be themselves or something, because they're internalizing like this pushback. And like I can see where they're coming from, but it's like you're internalizing something that's not about you.
I think
you know?
any man without proper guidance could become what these people are easily. And
definitely.
I think that is.
You think so? Any man?
I
don't know. I don't know.
With the
I feel like it's nurture,
with
not nature.
with the lack of guidance. That's what I'm saying is that any man can be pushed in this direction given the correct
pushed into the direction.
yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Can
Well,
be
I
there
thought you
are-
meant
there's-
naturally.
there-
would
no,
happen.
no,
Oh,
There
okay.
are obviously it's like a spectrum to get to this point, which is like a
Which is just
big
ludicrous.
extreme
Yeah,
and
yeah.
ludicrous. But there's a lot of people that are real close.
And there's a lot of people
that
who take
push that.
one or two
Yeah.
points from what these guys are
Yes.
saying and go, some of these things make a lot of
Right.
sense. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, if you listen to all of the other shit that they're saying,
Yeah,
because
it's like building a cult. They're like it's
They're
the
built.
same
It is.
thing.
It is very cult.
and it's based on history of men being what they're
Right,
trying
right.
to be.
They-
You know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
like they're like, we got to go back to this, and it's really easy to pull from something that has existed before.
But they took an imagined ideal of like 50s America and they
Yeah.
said, we need to bring this back. But like, did that ever actually exist? Maybe like in advertising content.
Right, yeah,
And like
yeah.
maybe in
right.
conservative
It's like an
spheres, but like,
idea that we've
Yes.
like
Yeah, yeah,
we've post tense or whatever like made up. I think about like this time period.
Yeah,
it's like seeing. Have you ever seen this ad where it's from the 50s that this woman is crying and there's smoke pouring out of the oven? And it's a Schlitz beer ad and it says, "Don't worry, honey, at least you didn't burn the beer." And I'm like,
Wow.
some guy saw that and was like, those
Yeah.
were the golden era. You know
so
what I
yeah,
mean?
like Mad Men.
And then like I feel like the guys like us would go, "That's funny because that's not real.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not real life. So it's funny."
Yeah.
But then but I think for a long time I didn't understand that things like that weren't ironic to some people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They
Which is
really-
crazy
they
to me.
really think that way. I think that
Yeah.
I look at people like this, like the Andrew Tates or whatever, and I just feel so like sad that they had probably like no love in their life, like
Yeah.
no nurturing, no guidance, no acceptance, no.
A lot of them didn't.
Like no cheerleaders to like push them on, like none of
They
that.
had no female role models, obviously,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if they did have any decent female role models or male role models for that matter,
I kind of think it's
I
more
think it's a
male
mixture
role
of both.
models.
Well, it's a mixture of both
Because
because
it's like how do you be positive? Because these are negatively masculine things you're doing. Like
Yes.
how do you positively like show what it's like to be male if you want to be like maybe traditionally not in the sense that I think that they're pushing, but like what has actually happened in like
yeah.
in real life, you know?
Because like I understand like
male.
there are certain things where it's like men being providers. Like I do understand that as like an archetype. You can understand that as
Yeah.
an archetype, but that doesn't mean that an archetype has to be true in every single situation. That's just doesn't make any sense.
Right. Yeah.
If you think of the breadth of human experience.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's a ridiculous thing to be like
It's-
every man has to work and every woman has to stay home and raise the kids. Like that's just not how life is. There's
Right.
8 billion of us.
Ridiculously unrealistic.
stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's like, sure, that could be, I guess, somebody's life, but it's not. But again, they're taking it to such an extreme where it's like they are being culty.
they
Yes.
literally human
Yes.
traffic women.
Yes, they're
Yes,
like
they do.
They
Telling you
are
this literally
it's-
treat
Andrew
women as
They're
Tate,
property.
disgusting.
didn't he?
They
Yeah.
are disgusting,
sure.
deplorable.
Yes,
human
he went to
beings.
prison.
Crazy, dude. Yeah, so I feel like there needs to be like I feel like it'd be really great to see a push for like because I feel like there is a giant group of people who like are maybe suffering from like this void that they feel like they don't know how like where to hang their hat. They don't know who to be anymore because like maybe they haven't had these good figures and like all they've had to fill that void is like these Andrew Tates and these bad people.
Right.
Like it'd be nice to see somebody talk about like how to be positively masculine, you know?
Yeah.
Like what does that mean? Like I don't know. Like I think
I
just think it's
I think
not
just-
that extreme.
I think it's
Yeah,
just
we're
be a
gonna
good
extreme.
person.
I think
It's-
it's-
I don't
yeah,
think it has to
genuinely,
be a
yeah.
male female thing.
You,
Just
you
be a
can
good
be
person.
a caretaker without being like, oh, I have to be the breadwinner. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
You can take care of people and
Yeah.
be kind. Like,
Yeah.
but that's
Also,
just
I think
like,
it's
that's just
security
being
in
a person.
yourself. It's feeling secure.
Yeah.
Knowing that you yourself is like that is because you are and you identify as a man.
That's okay.
Then you are
and that's
manly.
fine. And whatever you like, it's okay to like.
Yeah, it doesn't
You don't
change
have to
anything.
work out. You don't
Right.
have to. I mean, you should because it's healthy.
Right.
That's about it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, it's those kind of anything, like people don't want to be viewed as feminine in any way when it's like we are just all experiencing the human experience at the same time.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
can enjoy
Also,
anything.
things that are
Right.
masculine and feminine are 100% culturally constructed. Like,
Right.
also, this is another thing too. When people say things like gender is a social construct, they're not saying men and women don't exist. They're saying that every culture has different expressions of masculine and feminine ideals. There's plenty of cultures on Earth where women lead the fucking pack. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Where
right.
women make the main decisions and the men are doing other more domestic tasks. So, like, that's what people mean when they say that.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
social construct.
Like they're not saying
masculinity and femininity are social constructs.
yes.
Yeah.
They're not saying that like having a boob is a social construct. They're not saying that we made up boobs.
Because people don't understand the difference between gender and sex, but that's,
Well,
that's a
yeah.
whole other conversation.
Yeah, that
we
is
can
a
get
whole
into,
other
but,
conversation.
but it's the same thing with masculinity. It's like
Yeah.
masculinity is socially constructed, and
Like
if
you're not born knowing that a dress is for girls.
No.
You will never know that unless somebody teaches you.
No,
that.
if you grew
Right.
up in a vacuum and your parents dressed you and raised you as a girl for your entire life, you would be feminine. You would present as feminine
Right.
in a vacuum. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least maybe I mean to that aspect, just to your dressing. Not maybe not how you're acting.
Yeah. Man,
You know? Like that's just literally it is not anything. It is not one way or the other without us assigning it meaning.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the best, like, I think the most masculine thing that people can do is, if you really need to provide for people,
Yeah.
if you really feel that deep down, which I think we all kind of do, as like
It's nice to
if
take care of people.
society, like shows
Yeah.
you, like, yeah, it's like maybe provide doesn't need to be monetarily. Be there,
Right.
care for people, like do things
Yeah,
for
you
people,
could provide
help people
emotionally.
out, provide
Sure.
emotionally. Like it's
Mothers
if you
provide
feel
more
the
feminine
need
stuff.
to provide, don't do it in a way that is good for you. Do it in a way that's good for the person that needs it. That needs the
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know it's
These
so
are
crazy
such
to say,
basic
but
concepts
it's
Yeah.
that it's hard to almost explain. Like,
I know.
hey, you should do good things for other people, not for
Right.
yourself. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, it's
yeah, and I think it comes
Fundamental.
when I think about those other people that are pushing the manosphere. It's like those people don't know how to do that. They don't know how to think about other people.
no, and
They-
and their
Right.
whole act is extracting from other men who are confused.
right,
Like their
right.
their
Prey on the
entire
weak.
business
They're
model
taking
is
advantage
picking
of
on
it.
weak people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is-
they're exploiting people who are suffering. and it's
Exploiting
not
people
right.
who suffer is not masculine.
Right.
You know who I've seen who does a good job is this guy named Healthy Gamer.
Oh, I like this guy.
Have you seen him?
I like this guy.
Sounds
He's
healthy.
great. He's a Harvard psychiatrist who wanted to be a monk, and they told him to go back to medical school. And like,
Oh, that's fun.
He's the liberal Joe Rogan.
yeah. But he's pretty cool. He's chill. He's just like, no, like you guys, like I don't know why you guys are like being weird about this, but maybe you should like meditate a little bit, and maybe you should just talk about your feelings and like just. It's very plainly spoken.
It's like it's very
really
basic.
nice.
It's very basic advice, but it's good
Yeah.
advice. Like he has good
Yeah.
things to say. Where it's like, okay, like if I was a guy and I did not feel secure in who I was, I would like this, and this would make me feel better. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that
Yeah.
is good. That is
Right.
yeah.
Like one of the
Good
things
resource.
he says is like, and this is a thing I think with feeling like what men want to feel masculine with is like confidence. You want to feel confident in like the actions you take and like the
Yeah.
things you do and the things you believe, and like that's good thing. I mean, I like that. That's a good thing. But it's like,
good.
how do you do that? Like, and I
Yeah.
think like maybe the Andrew Tates might be like, you gotta lay down the law, right? But
Yeah.
he's like what you do if you want to be confident is you make a choice and you follow through on it. That's it.
Literally
That's
it.
literally all there. Like, just make a choice, follow through on it, and that's confidence. And you won't have it to begin with, but once you're done, you'll have the confidence of knowing I made the choice and I followed through on it, and I did that.
Yeah,
That's good.
people think confidence
Yeah.
is like, I know everything, I'm doing this. Confidence is like, I might not be 100% that this is going to work out, but I'm going to do it.
But I'm choosing
But I'm
to
choosing
do
to do it.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Right.
That's the confidence.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah.
and it's not that, right, and it's not that you're, you have no doubts.
Because that's
Yeah.
foolish.
Right.
Right. And it's also like trying to, I think it's like, just don't try to not be embarrassed about things, especially things that you like.
This is huge.
Don't be
Yeah.
afraid of embarrassing
Yes.
yourself. Man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
And,
it's
or
'cause-
being wrong.
right. Yeah. Like I lived the majority of my life being embarrassed of like everything. I was always so afraid of like everything. Then like, but now I
feel that, yeah.
much different where I'm like, like making a fool of yourself leads to good stories. It leads to fun things.
Yeah.
It leads to enjoying things. Like if
You
you
have
are so
to.
afraid of being embarrassed, then you are going to miss out on so much amazing things.
Enjoying your life is so jester, bro.
Dude, it really is.
What is
Dude, you really
that?
gotta
No,
stop.
you don't know. Okay,
What's jester?
we can't get on looks maxing, but jester is okay. We're not going to talk about clavicular. We should probably wrap this up.
I don't
And
wanna-
I'll talk to you guys about it.
I don't
Okay,
want
yeah,
after the
I
pod.
I don't
after
wanna
the pod.
talk
Well,
about
we should wrap it up. We
clavicular.
should wrap it
We
up.
should wrap
Okay.
it up. But in conclusion, I do
Yeah.
think that there are a lot of. You all right, man?
I got a hot date tonight
Oh,
with my girlfriend.
nice, dude. I think that.
How my balls? How my balls? How am I supposed to perform tonight?
I think
This is
there's
gonna ruin my masculinity.
It's gonna ruin the tour.
a lot of. There are a lot of healthy examples out there. I think we need to list them. One of them being Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Of course. Yes. Yes.
Healthy,
Great choice.
masculine man.
Great
Yes.
choice.
Positive masculinity.
A
Right,
leader
yes.
who understands that the leader holds the sword but does not use it unless needed.
Right.